Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another EC Comics video. This time I'm going to be talking about The Neat Job, which was a segment in the Vault of Horror movie from 1973. Now remember, the Vault of Horror is a sequel to Tales from the Crypt, which came out a year earlier. Okay, The Neat Job. The Neat Job was a story taken out of this book, Shock Suspense Stories number 1. There were a lot of great stories in this book. Neat Job was the one that I want to talk about in particular. As you know, I'm a big fan of those movies, big fan of EC. So here's some of the differences between the Neat Job that appeared in Shock 1 and on the screen. Although, like I said in my previous video where I talked about Poetic Justice, the people that did the movies from 1972 and 1973, they did a tremendous job in staying true to the actual story. Of course, they changed some things around for dramatic purposes or whatever, but they pretty much stayed true to the way the characters were in the pages of the books. So anyway, in the comic, the main guy, the character, he's not really rich, but he managed to save up for this really nice house. Now, he was a neat freak, so his wife wasn't very much of a neat freak. So every time she would leave a mess or didn't do things in an orderly fashion, he would like literally freak out and just go nuts and bully her, and she would just, try to, ignore it to a point where she couldn't ignore it anymore, and it literally drove her crazy, and she decided to make a neat job of her own with the guy. So the actual segment in the Vault of Horror pretty much follows the same thing, except that the guy, they play it up that he's an older guy, an older man, and he's well off, he's had a good job, he's worked very long and hard, and he decided to get married, and he married someone that was a little younger than him to not only take care of him, but take care of his house. And the character, who was played by Terry Thomas, I believe he was a famous actor many years ago, who has since passed away. But he's very funny. Unlike the other stories, segments from both Tales from the Crypt and the Vault of Horror, The Neat Job is a little bit, it's more on the humorous side, okay? I mean, even though the guy is crazy and he bullies his wife, even in the actual story that appeared in the comic, the last few panels of him, you just can't help but laugh on how nuts this guy is. But it's taken to a whole new level in the actual episode. So it was really good, really fun to watch, and stick around. Like with the other video and like with future videos like this, I'm going to show you pretty much just clips, summary clips of The Neat Job that appeared in that movie. So stick around. Neat Job, definitely one of the better stories. I mean, all the stories are good that appeared in the movie Vault of Horror. Some were better than others. I think The Neat Job was it was definitely refreshing to watch that one, because everything is so depressing. You're dealing with a lot of bad people, bad things. This one added a little bit of flavor to it. So, thumbs up for The Neat Job. Stick around.
Eleanor? You've moved the furniture.
Yes, I thought it would look better if it...
But you've moved the furniture. I go for a magazine and it isn't there.
Darling, you must admit it looks nicer.
But you've moved the furniture. I'll never be able to find anything.
If it bothers you that much...
Well, of course it bothers me. Place for everything and everything in its place. That's how businesses are run. That's how society is running. And that is how a home should be run.
Yes, Arthur.
you doing in my drawer?
I moved your things to your side of the bed.
But my underpants have always been in the second drawer on the left, folded up with the buttons on the top. This is my workshop. I love making things. It relaxes me. But I couldn't make anything unless I kept all my things neatly filed away. Nails, size, length, screws, size, kind, thread, diameter. I know where everything is. I just have to put out my hand and I find it. And that, Eleanor, is the value of neatness.
Yes, Arthur.
Forget his horse. Eleanor? Eleanor! No tomatoes, no tomato puree, no spaghetti sauce. Nothing!
I must have forgotten.
But there's no excuse to forget. Come over here. Come on. My dear, inside the doors of these cupboards is a list of all the items in the cupboard. Against each item are 3 marks. Now, every time you use one of the items, you erase one of the marks. This is the eraser, right here. So you can never have an empty space. But 2 marks, tomato puree, no tomato puree. 3 marks, spaghetti sauce, no spaghetti sauce. You haven't even bothered. Messed up my whole house. Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you? Can't you do anything neatly? Can't you do anything neatly?
There, Arthur. You said I couldn't be neat. But I was. I tidied up everything after I finished. All neat and tidy. Everything in its place, and a place for everything.